Hello and welcome back to SirKentSaid.com. Mm-mm. Before we start this review, let me just say happy National Cocktail Day. As it turns out, I've been drinking a Vesper all this time and didn't know it. Equal parts gin, equal parts vermouth, equal parts vodka. Like a shot. There you go. Stir. But I hope you got a chance to go out and enjoy it this weekend and partake or abide. And if you didn't, don't worry, fam. I got you. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Roadhouse this week. Roadhouse was directed by Douglas Eric Lyman, who directed such movies as Jumper, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Edge of Tomorrow, which, and we'll get to this in a few minutes, makes me question why he decided to shoot the action scenes like he did. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of action scenes or action movies. I critique them all the time. They can make or break a movie. And in a movie that is supposed to be action oriented, the way they went about this kind of took me out of it. And again, I'll explain that later on. But first and foremost, what I absolutely fucking hated about this movie was Post fucking Malone. Hollywood, stop putting him in shit. He can't act. And looking at his tattooed fucking face makes me. And not only that, you put him shirtless in the movie in what was some of the worst WWE overselling punches fighting I've ever seen. And yeah, it just, you lose a point already. And we're 5 minutes into the movie. Okay, so you're at 9 right now, and it's going to go down from there. Um, had to get that one off my chest because it was fucking with me. Anywho, Roadhouse stars Jake Gyllenhaal, who once again got all yoked for this. I don't think I've ever seen him not yoked. Daniela Macron, Portuguese, or Ratcatcher 2. That's what I'm going to call her. And Conor McGregor in his acting debut, who, again, several questions. Like, I understand. Oh, and did I say spoilers? If you haven't seen this, which it was the number one stream movie on Amazon Video this weekend, so I don't see how you haven't. If you had any interest in this movie, you probably saw it already. But if not, fuck off. Go watch it. Come back, watch this review. Um, Conor McGregor had a few questionable things walking down the street, ass naked, and he has a strange walk. Um, I'm not going to say it was bad. He's not going to win an Oscar. Okay, he's not. It was his first movie, so I'm not going to say it was horrible. It was Conor McGregor. Okay. This is a modern adaptation of the 1989 version that starred Patrick Swayze. This one is set in the Florida Keys, and it revolves around a former MMA fighter named Dalton Gyllenhaal, who, via flashbacks, apparently beat a guy to death in the ring and is now living out of the back of his car, making money doing basically they're human cockfights, back alley fights, and is offered a job as head bouncer in this bar down in the Florida Keys. Um, After nearly taking his own life from depression, he decides to take the offer up. We've seen the story a million times. It's very reminiscent of an old western. Cowboy rides into town. Cowboy rights wrong. Cowboy leaves town with the town hottie, played by Ratcatcher 2, longing for him. Not going to go into that much more detail about it if you haven't seen it already. But where it lose or lost me were the action sequences. See, I told you we were going to circle around back to that. They came up with a new way of shooting the action scenes. From what I could find was they actually had the actors and stunt people putting up pads where they were hit, and then they would go back, shoot the guy throwing a punch, and the actor would be digitally in the same place. The fights were too CGE, and it's been done way less. And I've seen movies like Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows, and if you were going to use it, like you had to use it with Post Malone throwing punches, you had to do something with that because that was bad casting. And again, shirtless, yeah, we don't need to see that. But the action sequences themselves, because of the way they were shot, it took me out of the moment. And for me, in an action centric movie like this it kind of fucked up the entire movie for me. So, and again, I'm not going to recommend this. I'm going to recommend this with a caveat. Have a few under the belt, drink it, and don't expect too much. It is not the last Flash bad, but don't expect too much. Was it entertaining? Yeah, sure. We didn't have any titties, but it was entertaining. But I am, because of the Post Malone, because of the wonky action sequences, and the lack of titties, I am going to give this one a 6, man. That's the best I can do. That's all I got. So yeah. Make sure you got a few under your belt when you see this. And those are my thoughts. And I'll see you on the other side.